Halo is switching to Unreal Engine 5. What does this mean for the franchise? Let's talk about it. Hello there everybody and welcome to The Comfy Spot. My name is Tyler and today we are going to be talking about the Halo franchise, specifically the big news that we got last night as of recording, that Halo is going to be switching to Unreal Engine 5. Yes, this has been rumored and reported on for a long time now. I think coming up on a year now that we've been getting rumors and reports about this, but it has been officially announced that the Halo franchise is going to be switching from the proprietary slipspace engine that Halo Infinite has been made on. They're switching from that to Unreal Engine 5 for all future projects. To be clear, Halo Infinite will be remaining on slipspace and it will continue to be updated with new content. Nothing is changing with Halo Infinite. One big thing that is changing though, aside from the engine change, is the name of Halo's developer. They are no longer called 343 Industries. They have now been renamed to Halo Studios. It's a big change, lots of changes going on with Halo right now. Let's talk though about how we got this news. We got this news in this video that the team put out over on their YouTube channel. It was also released prior to the Halo championships that were going on, and it gave us our first new look at Halo running on Unreal Engine 5 as part of this project, this internal project that the team over at Halo Studios is working on called Project Foundry. To be clear, and the team wanted to stress this as well, Project Foundry is not a game. What we are seeing here, this footage we're seeing here, it is not a game, but it's also not a tech demo. The team describes it as, quote, a true reflection of what would be required for a new Halo game using Unreal and a training tool for how to get there, end quote. And I think we could all say it looks amazing. Visually, it looks absolutely stunning. This is the best any Halo game has ever looked. I thought Halo Infinite looked amazing. This looks stunning, absolutely spectacular. Going on though more about Project Foundry, Halo Studios studio head Pierre Hines, he says, quote, it's fair to say that our intent with Project Foundry is that the majority of what we showcased in Foundry is expected to be in projects which we are building or future projects, end quote. So what we saw here in this Project Foundry tease that we got, we see three different biomes. So a couple different things, but first off, we saw three different biomes. One of them being the classic woodland type of environment that you would see in Halo games, and that was basically the entirety of Halo Infinite. We also saw a frozen, snow-covered area. It looked beautiful, looked really, really great. We saw a Banshee flying over as well in this area. And then this area called the Blightlands that looked absolutely disgusting and foul, but not in a bad way. It just looked so gross, but it looked so amazing. And the Blightlands, it's an area they're basically envisioning what a place would look like if it was taken over by the flood. And it looked absolutely, absolutely incredible. Also, we see Master Chief in his, I believe this is his original Halo Combat Evolved outfit. If not, it's a look that is very, very much inspired by it. We see him, posing, but also fighting against two elites as well in this tease that we got. And he looks amazing. His armor looks so great. We see him with the classic pistol, and the pistol looks so nice and shiny with all the materials. It looks sleek, smooth. There's a nice metallic sheen to it. You can kind of sort of see like scuff marks or smoothing marks on it. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. And again, the team wants to stress that although the game is looking this great, or better, I should say, Halo is looking like this on Unreal Engine 5, and they're getting all the benefits from the visual features of Unreal Engine 5, that they are still focused on making sure that it feels like Halo when you play it. Because again, Halo, it's been on Slipspace Engine, and Slipspace Engine, some of the bones of it are like 25 years old. So Halo has a very specific feel to it. And when the rumors and reports of Halo switching to Unreal 5 were coming out, there were concerns about, hey, will Halo be able to retain the classic Halo feel on a brand new engine, on Unreal Engine specifically? So the team at Halo Studios is stressing that yes, they are focused on still making sure it feels like Halo when you play it. You still feel the weight when you are in the Spartan suit, that guns still feel the way they're supposed to, that using the energy sword still feels the way it's supposed to. So I think we can kind of, they're trying to say that to kind of put us at ease, and I think, let's trust the process. Let's wait and see how things feel, how things look when an actual game is there for us to play and judge ourselves. Now, why is Halo Studios switching from Slipspace to Unreal Engine 5? The team says that they're doing this in order to be able to adapt and evolve the way that Halo games are made, because as it is right now, it hasn't been working out the way that they want it to with Slipspace. As I said before, parts of the Slipspace engine are 25 years old, so the team wants to shift to be able to focus on making games instead of making tech and engines, because what they were saying as they were making Halo Infinite, as they're working on Halo Infinite, it's like you're also kind of building on the tech behind the scenes as well to be able to support the game that you're making, and it's just a lot to have to balance. Whereas if they switch to Unreal 5, it'll allow them to produce games and other content much faster and easier, since, Unreal Engine, it's kind of an industry standard across the board, as opposed to, it being a harder thing to do with their internal proprietary engine, especially since, as we know, across all these reports that we've gotten, Halo Studios, I should say, formerly 343 Industries, was known for hiring on a bunch of contractors, hiring and letting go a bunch of contractors when their contracts were up. And when you have contractors, you have to, take time to onboard them with your own proprietary engine. It's much harder to get things out at a good pace, as opposed to if you're working with an industry standard that, they can just get off to the ground running with. So Unreal Engine 5 will make game development easier for Halo Studios going forward, which is great. Speaking of game development going forward, the team also did confirm that they are working on multiple games at the moment, not just one game like they were with Halo Infinite with the whole team on it. Currently, they have multiple games in development, and they are still hiring for each of these games that they're working on. They're not talking about these games right now, and they're not going to talk about any of them until they're ready to be showing them off at some point. So right now, the team is going to be going back quiet like they have been prior to Project Foundry being revealed here. They're going to be going quiet, going to be going dark again, and I'm all for that. They said at the end of this, as part of this Project Foundry video, studio head Pierre Heinz, he said that, Halo Infinite was the, essentially the final phase, the final page of making Halo the old way. It was the old way of making Halo. It was the last time they were doing that. Now shifting to Unreal 5, this is the start of a new way of making Halo. They're changing the recipe. They had a recipe that worked for a while, but now we need a new recipe for making Halo, and shifting to Unreal Engine 5 is going to be the key to that new recipe of making Halo going forward. Now, here are my thoughts on this. I'm feeling optimistic. I don't want to say very, but I'm feeling optimistic about the future of Halo. I actually liked Infinite quite a bit when it came out. I really enjoyed the campaign. I thought it was the best campaign that Halo has had since Halo 4. Didn't really care for Halo 5s that much. Halo Infinite, I thought was a very, very, very great campaign, and I enjoyed the multiplayer too, live service problems that they had at launch aside. But I was sad to hear about the development problems behind the scenes regarding, the campaign and the multiplayer, and then essentially campaign being just left to die. The cliffhanger we had at the end of Infinite, just like, we're never going to follow up on that. So it's been a shame to see Halo and Halo Infinite kind of in just the topsy-turvy state, the limbo state that it's been in for quite some time now. And this video, this news, just seeing the team, seeing them energized, the morale boost that they seem to have, it's giving me hope. It's making me feel optimistic about the future of Halo for the first time in quite a while, to be quite honest, because up till now I was like, who knows what's going to happen with Halo going forward. And honestly, this also feels like the fresh start that the series needs. A chance to wipe the slate clean again, because Infinite was meant to be that, wiping the slate clean of sorts. This is a chance to wipe the slate clean once again and tell a completely fresh story with Master Chief and other characters, because again, we are getting multiple games from them. So maybe we get one game with Master Chief, maybe we get another game with other Spartans, or another game with ODSTs or whatnot, who knows. The possibilities are really endless, and it really feels like this is like a reboot of the series, more or less. This is a chance to go back to basics in a way. But when I say back to basics, I hope that doesn't mean going back to just relying on classic ideas of, all right, we're fighting the Covenant again. The Covenant are the bad guys again. We got the Brutes as the bad, just kind of sort of how Halo Infinite was kind of sort of doing that, back to basics, relying on classic ideas in a way. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I would have loved to see the series try something new. I actually enjoyed the Forerunner stuff that was going on with Halo 4 and 5. It just kind of got way too convoluted and complex and everything with all, the extended lore they were trying to bring in. I would love to see the series, do a back to basics, simple story, but also bring in fresh ideas as well to tell a back to basics, simple story that's not too complex, not too convoluted. I want to see new, weird alien places, alien things, alien factions. Show me something new, but still don't get too crazy, don't get too complicated with it. Let's try and keep things back to basics, try and keep things simple. I think that's what Halo needs right now. That's why I think, this really feels like a reboot. And also, again, another thing that I don't know if many people are going to key in on or really think about much, but we have the studio name change from 343 Industries to Halo Studios. I'm saying it feels like a fresh start for the series, because of just how it looks, everything they're saying. But even literally changing the font of the Halo title in the studio name, that implies to me that this could really be a completely fresh start for the series. I really feel like this could be a reboot for the series. Because when Bungie left the team, when left Halo and 343 took over, 343 Industries and the studio logo, you still had some of the Halo iconography, the classic Halo iconography. Whereas now, with the new name, the Halo Studios, the Halo title, it's a different font. It's never looked like that before. So maybe that's also implying hey, we're, as we said, Halo Infinite was the last bit of the old Halo. Going forward, this is a new Halo that we are doing. Yes, it'll still feel like Halo when you play it, but we're taking the series in a new, fresh direction for the future to adapt to what the players seem to want nowadays, what the gaming industry is like nowadays. We're gonna modernize Halo. Halo's kind of been lagging behind. We're gonna bring it back up to the forefront, bring it up to the modern day, and also make it, I guess you could say, a forerunner for what a standard bearer, I guess we could say, for Xbox and first-person shooters and on console and just across the gaming landscape as a whole. Regardless, the team seems refreshed with this boost in morale. I'm excited to see what they're going to do going forward. Halo is a series that used to be held in a high regard, and it needs to get back there. I would love to see it get back there, and hopefully this fresh start, this engine change, is the start of the Halo series getting back to its, to its place in a gaming echelon, gaming importance. So let me know what you all think of this new Halo news. Are you interested? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on notifications. That way as soon as new videos go live. My name is Tyler. This has been The Comfy Spot. We'll talk next time. Have a good one.